Welcome to a non-traditional AdoreKnit podcast. Today, we are going to look at all the shawls I've ever knit and decide if they're staying or they're going. Let me give you a little background first. I cleaned out my walk-in closet, pulled everything out, went through it, ended up sending 6 bags of clothes to Goodwill and taking all of the shawls that I normally store, I hang on these, took them all out, shawls and cowls, and just threw them in a bucket and said, okay, I have to go through those, but I'm not ready to do it right now. I'll do it later. So it's later today. I mean, today is later, and it's time to go through them. So my plan is to pick up each one, look at it, maybe try it on, and then decide if I'm going to keep it. We're going to do this off of my memory. I'm not going to look everything up, make show notes, and prep it. So I will put labels on the bottom of the pattern and the designer. Probably not the yarn, but I have project pages for every single one of these. So you can always find more information over on Ravelry, where I am knitting samurai. Okay, so let's just jump in. I don't even know. So this first one is, well, I think it's probably the first Stephen West I ever knit. I used String Theory. Again, I don't know the name of the pattern, but I used String Theory yarn. At the time, it was definitely a special yarn to me. I did not, it was precious, right? You knit with that sacred skein, special skein. So this was one of those knits. Was this a mystery knit along? I don't know. Oh, look, it's got a hole in it. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I never wear it. It's big and heavy, and it's not really a style of shawl that I like to wear. But I do love the colors. And if I keep it, I have to fix that hole in it. I don't know. This whole thing might just be me saying, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's try another one. Oh, this one. I did not knit this one. Let's see, that was the back. This is the front. Look at this gorgeousness. Oh my gosh. So this, I had a friend who knit it and she was ready to frog it and didn't love it anymore. And I said, oh my God, let me have that. So I think either I gave her yarn or I paid her for the yarn and she sent it to me. Chrissy, that's who it was, Chrissy Graham. And yeah, it's totally my colors. You're definitely gonna see a lot of teal in this. And while I don't wear it a lot, every time I wear it, I love it. So this one I'm keeping. Yay, we made a decision. Okay, that's a keeping. Keeping, maybe out. We have this one, the ends aren't even woven in. And I remember working on this on the bus on the way to visit my aunt and my grandmother in northern Maine. And I'm pretty sure that was before the boys were born. Why would I have taken the bus? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not wild about it. I never have been. The interesting part of this shawl are those little motifs right there. Can you see it? The orange hasn't even been blocked. I think this is Dreaming Color Classy because it's a super soft yarn. I know the orange is Knit Picks, and then the teal with flecks of orange in it is Trekking or Opal Scratchy yarn. So this is like all over the place in terms of texture, and it's very long, like that long. So it's lovely, but I'm not keeping it. I've never worn it, as I said, and it's just not my jam. Okay, a few years back, I knit half a dozen Goldfinch shawls. This one is probably my favorite of the, well, no, I like the other one too. My second favorite of them. And if I'm gonna wear one, it's gonna be this one or the teal one I'm gonna show you in a minute. So this is definitely a keeper. And I hope Steve's computer is not distracting. I hit the mouse when I sat down and it lit up. Oh, what's this? Oh, well, this beauty is, it is a Stephen West. I know that, I think it's a Stephen West. But this is Fibernymph, Dyeworks, and, oh, we got a thread. And Miss Babs, yummy. And I love the self-striping yarn on this, the way that it knit up on this very long side, and then gray in the center. Yeah, I don't even need to put this one on. I know I'm keeping it. Because, what, I finished this a couple of years ago during Splash Pad, and it just felt like such an achievement. This is a very large, very heavy shawl. So, keep this one. Oh, how about this one? This one, I believe this is like Falling Clouds, right? Maybe? And this is also Falling Clouds? They're brothers? Yes. Okay, so I knit this one first. This is the one and only skein of Hazel knits I've ever used. I got it at Fiber Space? The place near Maryland Sheep and Wool. I got like this really big cake of it and I wanted to use it. I don't really wear yellow. It was a happy, fun knit, but yeah. And also it's pretty swoopy, so I'm not gonna keep this one. It's DK weight. It's a bit heavy, but the pattern is so fun to knit that when I finished that one, I knit a second one, but made it, I took the fun cable detail, and instead of doing a triangle, I made it a crescent. And this yarn is this Dr. Zhivago Sky? Can't think of who the dyer is. Oh my goodness. It's not Tosh, Madelinetosh? Maybe it is. But yeah, I'm keeping this one. Of course I'm keeping this one. Do you ever wonder if a color looks good next to your face? Like, I know my mom is like browns. Like, I'm not supposed to knit her anything black or gray because of her skin tone and like the way she leans. And it makes me wonder if I'm similar. I don't know how to find that out, like what my color palette is that I should wear. I know when I wear green, my eyes look beautiful. That's about it. Maybe I should just knit green shawls. We're keeping that one. All right, 4 so far that we're keeping. 1 maybe, and 2 going to live somewhere else. This hair is gonna drive me insane. Okay, let's look at this one. This I knit at SSK the year I went. I only went once. And this is, I want to say 22.5 degrees. It's a Martina Behm pattern, or it could be something about clouds. And this is a Fibernymph Dyeworks colorway that is 7 shades of purple. So I think it's 7, I don't know. It's really pretty, but I never wear it, ever. Okay, I'm just gonna be strong. Let that go, okay. Next, I don't have room for all the shawls. That's why I have to let some go. And this one, another Martina Behm, I think. What's that one? Hitchhiker? Was that the name of it? I've knit a few. This one's like super long, wrap it up, and of course it's my favorite color, so how could I get rid of it? The variegated color in it is my skein of Captain Tight Pants from, who did that? Into the World. I don't remember what the teal is. More than likely it's Fibernymph Dyeworks, but yeah, this was like one of those special skeins, and so it's gonna be with me probably forever. Ever and ever. Look how long this is. God, I used to knit shawls all the time, and that Stephen West one, the big Fibernymph one, the green, gray, red, that's probably the last shawl I knit, like 2 years ago. I stopped knitting shawls because they just sit in my closet and I never wear them, and it's a mess in there. So, yeah. This one, this is Haunted Wine, Haunted something. This was a Knit Girls, right? The Knit Girls, a knit along that they hosted. Do you remember? Back in the day, like 2009, 2010. Haunted Vineyard. That's what the colorway is. And this is a Hitchhiker. And I believe I did, I adjusted the pattern so I would have points on both sides, not just the initial side that you knit. And I really like that I did that, but I've always hated this yarn. Yeah, not the color, it's the, it feels like it was overcooked, and it hasn't softened with blocking or wearing. It just feels crunchy. So I'm not gonna keep this. I never really liked it. Hi, Roland. All right, we're gonna keep going. Are you keeping track at home? I'm probably keeping track on the screen somewhere. So the next one is the first Goldfinch shawl. That's a pattern by Andrea Mowry. I don't think I said it. And this is a local farmer for Rhinebeck. Good Karma sheep or something, or alpaca. Is something in this makes me itch. So when I wear it, I can't wear it very long. But it is gorgeous in the colors, and I knit this when I was in France, like a lot of it on the flight there and the flight home, and so it's got a lot of memories in it, and I love these colors together. It's totally my palette. So this is a keeper, and I'll wear it for 2 hours at a time and then call that good. I actually should put this in the shop for early mornings when I get up and I'm cold. I could put it on. I have no idea what this shawl is called. Another one. Ends are still out. It's short. It's, I mean, it would probably block. Yeah, it's got the wingspan. So it's, you know, almost 6 feet wide. And it would block out. But, you know, sometimes you knit a project and you're not in love with it, and when it's finished, you carry that not in lovedness forward with it. This is one that I was not in love with. I've never worn. I know that the light blue purple variegated is a Cascade 220. I think the navy is Knit Picks. But again, no idea what the pattern is. I feel like I should weave in the ends, block this, and gift this. Like, this looks like something my mom or my aunt would like. So while this is a going away, not leaving the crew. Not headed to Goodwill, as some of these are. Like this one. This was one of the Goldfinches I knit, and I did it to use up yarns, and I've said it in the past, you may remember, I'm not great at putting colors together in terms of what will the end result look like, you know? So it's pretty, but yeah, I never wear it, so I'm not keeping it. Doesn't make me happy, you know? The whole Marie Kondo, does it bring you joy? This is another one. Look, this is kind of extremely similar to some of the others I've knit. But unlike them, I don't love this one. So I know the yellow is Knit Picks. I would have to guess that the teal is Claudia Hand Paints, based on when I was knitting this. This is also a really long one. Long, narrow scarf, good for wrapping. So yeah, not my jam anymore. This one, I ordered Desert Vista Dyeworks for the first time, whenever it was. We still lived at the condo, so early 10s. I don't know how you say that, early teens? I don't know, 2010, 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. And I didn't understand about pre-orders, that, you know, it's not ready to go. It's dyed to order, so you wait. And I didn't really get the bases and what was going on. So I ended up with this skein. I think it's Superman or it's Clark. I think it's Superman though. And I got it on the sparkle base and I thought, oh, I don't want to put that on my feet. So I did a Hitchhiker, which I was very much enjoying doing at the time. And there were points where I did a lot of yarn management and it actually looks pretty good for having manipulated, you know, like doing alternate balls of the skein so that I would have bigger chunks of red and it wouldn't just be all marled. It would keep the stripes. And I did the bottom edging. You can see how the colors changed along there. It's nice. It's very nice, but I never wear that one. But it was so funny. My point of starting to talk about DVD is that was before I understood the whole thing. And I was so resentful of this skein that I was like, I just need to knit it, get it out of my stash. And now I probably own 35, 40 skeins of DVD. So it's never going to be out of my stash. Never, ever, ever. Ooh, this shawl is a really pretty pattern. Can you see how the stripes change direction? Like right in it. I really liked it. You knit it one way and then you pick up and knit the other way, I think. Yeah, maybe not, because this looks like a knit two together along the back. But again, a very narrow scarf type of shawl, and the yarn is a cashmere blend, Colorphobia. It was some dyer that I stumbled across on Etsy, and the skein was the rainbow. I don't remember. One was the main color, and then one was like a 20 gram mini. And it doesn't seem like I could have stretched a 20 gram mini this far. So I don't know what I did there, but yeah, it's really soft. It's like a 10% cashmere. Do I keep it? It goes good with jeans, right? Right? It wraps. It wraps. I should keep it. It needs a bath. It's got that like musty closet smell. All right. Yeah, I'll keep it. But I'll bathe it. Yowza! Yowza, what a skein. Don't remember this colorway. I'm thinking this might be a Boston Jen pattern, but I'm not sure. She tends to like to do patterns in the center of her shawl patterns. This is a DK weight shawl. I despise the color, so I'm not gonna keep this one. I just put it on for old time's sake. Yeah, it rolls like crazy. I know I blocked it because I know I did, and I've worn it quite a bit, but yeah, this must be the good side with the lace detail. Before I recognized that variegated is not ideal for patterning. You know, a knitter grows and evolves with time. Ooh, this one, Stephen West shawl. I think this wasn't a mystery knit along. Claudia Hand Paints is the yarn. I went into my LYS, and I love Claudia Hand Paints, but that's the only place I've ever bought it, is there. I don't know if it's in the rest of the world, but it's like that 2-ply, anyways, that 2-ply base. And I talked to the shop owner and, oh, what should I do? I need to pick 3 colors. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 colors. She picked them for me. I never would have picked these, and I've always loved them together. So this one stays. This one stays. It's got happiness in it, and it's a really cool pattern actually with those squares in the center. So it is plain work. Oh, another Goldfinch. This is a DK weight one. And I think this is Debbie Bliss. I had a lot of single skeins of Debbie Bliss that I'm sure I got on sale somewhere, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I made this. This is a gift. It needs to be gifted to someone because it's big and squishy, and I'm not in love with it. So we will block it and send it somewhere to be loved. That is it for now. So I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shawls, I think. That makes me so happy. I will have so much room on my hangers, and I'll actually be able to see what I'm doing. So that's it for this episode. I am going to record another one going through all of my cowls because they take up a lot of space on the shelf as well. Okay, let's talk this last one. Now that I've seen all of the teal that I have, I think I'm gonna let this one go. There, don't think about it. So I'm gonna record one about cowls. We'll go through those, and then my closet will officially be done. I'll have a blocking party. Yeah, feeling really good about it. If you need to do similar sorting, I encourage you to do so because it does feel good to just let go of some of the older projects. And I've done this before. Like I know I'm missing, I can think of a Socks That Rock shawl that should be here and it's not, so I must have gotten rid of it already. So anyways, that's it. All right, take care. See you next time.